No, Ma, stay. Where's my Palo Santo? Can anybody hear me? Okay, nobody's here. I haven't done this in a long time. Okay. Let's try this one. Let's try this. There we go. Hi, JR. Namaste. I just have to do it 3 more times, okay? Let me know if you could hear my voice. I have music in the background for opening my third eye because I'm about to do a reading. That was due yesterday. I did my notes and I got a bad migraine. First started out as a headache behind my eyes and then it just got worse and worse. I laid down on the couch thinking I'll just rest, I'll take a break. And I woke up like a half hour, 45 minutes later, and it just never went away. Then at night I was going to do it and I just was like, I just couldn't do it. When I get these migraines, sometimes when I meditate, it brings them on because when you meditate, you're meditating with your third eye, right? It's a lot of third eye energy. But let's see how it goes. Absorb it. It's healing, aligning your chakras. When I do these noises, it's annoying, but it's aligning your chakras. The dogs hate it because they're very sensitive to it, you know. I'm just going to hold the selenite right here on my third eye and do it one more time, I promise. I'm asking my angels and divine, dear God, Jesus, my divine team, to be with me during this reading. Let me know I'm open and receptive to receiving any information for my client. In Jesus' name, amen. Okay. Yeah, I'm kicking it old school because it's been a little time since I did a personal reading, so. Hiya, Taurus girl. How's everybody doing? I'm just going to get my Palo Santo and my prayers and we're going to get going. Okay. All right. Okay. Oh, sorry about that. Didn't get my Palo Santo. Coming. Okay, sorry about that. I am an extreme procrastinator. Mix that up with, because I did start it. Totally started this. And this has the initials of the person that I'm doing. And she gave me permission that I could put this up. So if I don't look at the chat, it's okay. There's only a few people here. But if I don't look at the chat, don't be insulted. It's because I'm just trying to focus and I have ADD. But so you hold it at a 45-degree angle for 40 seconds, but if it looks like it's going on fire, blow it out. Oh, that's a good burn. And then I will be mailing this, the Palo to you. So I just wanted to do the reading and burn this. I'll send you this one too, because it has your initials on it and your birthday. Okay. So, I did start this reading and I took several notes, and then, like I said, I got the headache and I was meditating and I got the migraine. The headache went into a migraine and I fell asleep, and the whole vibe seemed to be off. So I'm very sorry that this is coming late, but it's okay. It's really just 24 hours late. So I will do a good job, and I will actually do extra time. Since I told you it was going to be on Tuesday and it wasn't, instead of being a half hour, it will be at least an hour, okay? So, I hope everybody's doing okay. Okay, I have a purple candle. That's lavender. It's really nice. I'm very attracted to the smell. I have one of my pictures up that I'm looking at, and whenever I start a reading, I always choose a painting, not to even show you, but I'm going to show it to you because it might mean something. Because I asked my angels what painting is like the flavor of this reading, and it was this one, the Lovers. Okay, so I don't know what that means yet, but let's get started. Okay, so I'm just going to read a couple of kicking it totally old school, where I read a couple of prayers before I get started, because that helps me with my third eye as well. Okay, thank you, Taurus girl. Okay, and actually this makeup, such a dirty bird, this makeup is from last night, from yesterday, except for the lipstick. Of course, the lipstick came off and I had to put it back on. Yeah, so I had put my face on, and this was purple at one point, but I kept waiting to do the reading. I was preparing, and I thought I was definitely doing it yesterday afternoon. So yeah, I did sleep with my makeup on, but the only good thing about that is I didn't have to re-put it on. That's the only good thing. I know. I just showed you guys and the world, whoever may be watching, what a dirty bird I am. I slept in the makeup, and then I said, oh, should I apply some more eyeliner and mascara? Oh no, I do not need to. So there's that. Okay. All right, so here we go. A prayer to keep you and your family safe. These are my old school from my old book, because I was reviewing crimes, cases that I worked on, and boy, did I have a lot. I think I counted up to 22. I have it all documented, and that's the only ones that I wrote in the book. I did many more than that. And there's a lot that have been found. Anyhow, I used to read this prayer back in 2019, 2020, 2021. It's the prayer to keep you and your family safe. Heavenly Father, watch us as we come and go. Remind us as of the beauty of your creation, the grass that grows, the roots that divide the ground, the good things that come from the earth and water and sunlight. Protect us now from temptation, from greed, and from anger. And let us flourish in your divine peace forever. Amen. Heavenly Father, watch us as we come and go. Remind us as the beauty of your creation, the grass that grows and the roots that divide the ground, the good things that come from the earth and water and sunlight. So important to get out in the sunlight. That's what I'm working on. Protect us now from temptation, from greed, and from anger. Very important. And let us flourish in your divine peace forever. Amen. Love, mercy, and grace. Daily protection, daily prayer for protection. Lord God, I pray to you for protection as I begin this day, as I begin this reading. You are the sun and the moon and the stars, and the one who keeps me hidden from harm. Under your wings, I can always find my way. I know you will fight against trouble for me and fill me with your love, mercy, and grace. Surround me daily so I will not walk through my day in fear. I trust in you and I give thanks for your protection. Amen. And if you ever want to be protected or feel protection, even if you don't feel it, like right away, all you have to say is, please, dear God, and angels, guardian angels, and spirit guides, please protect me and my family and my loved ones and my car and my home and my job. Please let me be safe and let me be able to provide for myself and my family. Let me be able to make the bills and have extra left over. Please let me have enough for my clothes and my food and my shelter. In Jesus' name, amen. It doesn't even have to be like that. You're just reaching out and you're asking, and just know that it has been heard. Thank you. Okay, so I am going to say again that I'm open and receptive to receiving. Wow, this is almost burnt down smaller. To receiving. Sorry. To receiving any messages for KHW. Okay, KHW. And I know she's a Sagittarius, and I have my notes. I'm going to do my notes first, and then I'm going to slither into my reading. Okay. Let's start. Yeah. Okay. So everybody could hear me over the music. The music is low, right? Is the music low? Or like the music isn't bothering anybody, is it? Let me know. I have you on a different camera, on a different thing, so everybody could hear me? Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry about my lipstick. It was really intense. Okay. And of course I didn't put it on while looking at a mirror. I just went like this. And then I put lip gloss over it. Anyhow, okay. So, The first thing that I got, just energetically writing down my notes. I'm going to go through that first for KHW, who is a Sagittarius, born on 11/22. Um, I would love to take the worries away from you because I find that just like lately you're worrying way too much. And I don't want you to worry. You're worrying about money, you're worrying about jobs, you're worrying about relationships, you're worrying about children, you're worrying about bills, you're worrying about career moves. And so I would love to take that anxiety from you and let you know it's going to be okay. All right? There's there's something coming that will lift some of the burdens up. Okay? I don't know exactly when, but I'm thinking more in the summertime, feeling a little bit less burdened, but then also having to make another decision. If that makes any sense. Okay. Yes. Okay. Um, yeah, being a Sagittarius and a Sagittarius energy, I see you working hard, but then also feeling not patient. I'm not patient either. I'm a procrastinator, and I feel like, oh, I worked hard. Now where's the payoff, right? I see you feeling like, I've been working hard at something, at a few things, and then feeling like not being honored or not being recognized. You will. You will, definitely. But there's a decision that you have to make. I think it might involve another change in the career, in one of the careers. Well, that was real. That was burning up. The reason why I'm going nuts with the Palo Santo is because Devin went out to do something with his brother. So he was like, a good time to do your Palo Santo will be when I get out of here. Because it bothers him. It bothers his AFib. Okay. So, I was trying to get at something, and I think basically, like, there's a lot of shifts in partnerships coming up for you, Kath. I might call you Kath. I might call you KHW. Those are your initials. But it's easier for me to call you Kath, so I'll call you Kath. All right. Um, yeah, that's what I wanted to know. Yeah, I'm asking your spirit guides like what you're supposed to do. So like this telling me stay steady, but always have your plan ready. And I'm really not trying to rhyme, but stay steady in terms of like you might be doing like too many things, and if you could take off one of your jobs or your side hustles that you're doing, or even your big job, which would be the least important to you? Take away money, like don't think about money, think about passion. Which one could you live without? Like I couldn't live without my doing my healing art. I want to do that to the day I die, and also looking for the missing. All right. Then coming in third would be my readings. Okay. So do I not feel as passionate about my readings? Well, maybe I just feel more passionate about my healing art first and looking for the missing, or actually looking for the missing too. But the healing art releases me. It helps me to feel better. So what I'm trying to say, Kat, is have a plan and really think. Take a piece of paper, take an index card, and write down all the things that you like about each job that you do. Because you have, like, say you have a main career, and then you have a couple of side hustles, a couple of side jobs that you do. Okay. Why did the guides want you to eliminate one? If you don't want to eliminate anything, you don't have to, because we have free will, right? But they're saying that in order to put your passion into an area that is going to move you further in your career, because you had a lot of career questions in your text that you gave me, your email. So that's why I'm focusing on that. In order to get you to the step and the place where you want to feel more respected and more acknowledged and creative for what you do, they want you to eliminate one of the side hustles, because they feel like one of the side hustles, yeah, maybe it's bringing in money, but it's not your passion. And it's taking you away from your main goal, okay? Because you're worried about money. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so I don't even know if you're watching this. You'll watch it when you watch it. Um, I was going to text you, but I didn't know if you were working or not. I was going to text you and say that I was going to do a live and do your video. But it's okay, because I was afraid that I would bother you, and then I was also afraid I would not do it. So I have this thing with, procrastinating. So anyhow, I'm better off when you give me like 4 things to do, because if you just give me one thing to do, then I drag my feet. So sorry about that. Okay, so the guides just told me, say it again. Focus on, like, say they're showing me like 5. So there might be 5 things, like your main job, then maybe another job, and then like 3 other little areas that you could do things in. Side hustle, side business type things. So they want you to eliminate 2 of them, so that there's just 3. My fingers look so fat, because they are fat. Okay. Anyway, so they want you to eliminate from 5 to 3. So that's just taking away 2. And then you'll see things will get more. At first you'll feel like, oh, Katrina's wrong. Why is Katrina trying to make me have less money? No, Katrina's not doing that. I'm listening to what the guides are saying, that they don't want you splitting up into 5 different areas. 3 is enough. 3 is enough. 3 is company. Okay. That's what they just said. They like to be funny too. Okay. So do you feel like you have to rely on yourself? Are you relying just on yourself and not your spouse? Like, do you feel like sorry about my lips. Do you feel like your spouse, like sometimes you are doing more of the work, or more of the money comes in with your careers? What does she need to know about that? Yeah, they're saying like, get on the same page with your spouse, and you will understand that he is trying to do the same thing that you're trying to do. But maybe sometimes you don't say it out loud enough. You need to, because always in relationships, one person kind of takes on, like, Devin does the laundry, okay? I don't do the laundry. He loves doing it, okay? That's always been. It's not that I don't know how to do it. I can do it. I've done it before. He goes into the hospital. I do the laundry. But he loves to do it. I hate to do it. So he kind of takes on that, right? I do the main cleaning. Like, if the bathroom's going to get clean, it's usually me with the bleach and all that jazz, you know, the scrubber. It's usually, he can do it, but it's usually me, you know. When when it comes to the bills, we split them. I have some on my credit card. He has the rest of them on his, and then he sits and he pays them. Okay. So it's like everybody gets assigned something, but it's a common, for a common goal. You know, like he might cook on certain holidays, I cook on the other holidays, or I cook during the week and then he'll cook on the weekend, like that type of thing. Or usually we order in. Sometimes order in. Like I think that's going to be tonight, okay? If you know what I'm saying. So, in other words, have a talk with your hubby about maybe your anxieties or your fears about the bills and how you can make that better with him and his job and you and your job. Okay. And then also, don't forget, you have to have time for your relationship, you have to have time for your kids, your daughter, and you have to have time for other things. Your free time, and also I know you do other jobs, but what I'm feeling is your energy is stressed out, and your energy is like feeling like you're doing a lot of stuff on your own, even though that might not be the case, and your husband doesn't see it that way, because he feels like he's working hard too and you feel like you're working hard, but you need to come together and have that date night, um, and you need to come together more and have that free time. Um, there is something with the move, but I'm going to see what comes out with the cards. I was feeling like it was an option, but I know you just moved not too long ago into a beautiful home. So, could it possibly be a business trip, or could it possibly be a vacation or a vacation home? Um, Yeah, keep the options open. Like there's going to be opportunity. You're going to shoot it down. You're going to be like, absolutely not. We just moved here. That would be terrible to move again. And you know what? You need to sit and absorb it, and your husband needs to sit and absorb it. But I feel like this opportunity is going to come at a left field, and you're going to be like shooting it down like a laser, you know, like they're shooting the bombs down. All right, that's a bad example. Too soon. Okay, um, but yeah, it. Angels are saying, your spirit guides are saying, she shouldn't. She should sit and think about it because it might be something that's better. Like, what are you, 37? Um, reason why I know that is because you're born the same year as my daughter. So I see you working so hard and so hard in the past, studying, learning, getting certificates. I see a lot of certificates. I see a degree. Um, and just like putting in all the work and feeling like burnt out. And you're young. So how could you work a little bit easier? Well, by taking away two of those jobs that you do, or the side hustles. And it's not to say that I'm not trying to take away any of your dreams. Like if somebody told me, Katrina, stop doing your paintings, then I'd be depressed, right? Even if I don't sell another one, okay? Which sometimes it seems like that, okay? But even if I don't sell another one, I still want to do it. You know, I still want to create it. I still have so many, like, that's why I'm going to be doing the giveaway, because then I'll have more room to create, you know, and move it out, move some of my stuff out. Anyhow, the angels want to protect your mind from being overstressed. They're pointing to your head. So I don't know if you've been having like a whoosh feeling, or like even headaches yourself, migraines yourself. Um, yeah, they're going like this. They're pointing to your head and they're going, too much stress on her, too much stress. So they definitely want you to downsize on all that energy that you're putting out. Some of the areas that you're putting that energy out, you're not getting it back. And then it's taken away from other things in your life. Okay. Yeah, and you're wondering if your current job is stable. You've been there for 8 months. I'm gonna do the cards on that as well. But I do see something, some kind of action, opportunity and action being presented. Okay. It might have already been presented. I see something in January or J months. Okay, so January, July, right? Those are the June. Okay, we're in June. So January, June, and July, the J months. This is just coming in now, so I'm just going to write that down because I like that. J months. Okay, very important. So think about something in January. Like, were you at, like, how many months ago was January? January, February, March, April, May. So you at that job in November? Somebody just said it was a birthday present. Was your job like a birthday present? November of 2024? Okay. Doesn't matter, but maybe it does. Okay. So I just feel like you're going to be presented with something. You might have been presented with something in January, but you weren't ready for it. Then you'll be presented with something maybe you already were, or you're thinking about something. And then there was a money thing that was coming in. Good, all good stuff. But we got to get you kind of refocused into how am I going to manifest what I originally wanted? And do you still originally want that same job that you're in now? Is that the job that you want? Okay, or was it something different? Okay, so like, of course, everybody thinks in their head with what's good for me, what I want to do, and then also what I get paid for. You know, what I'm going to get paid for, and I know that I'll get the money for. So sometimes we have to do both. But what if you can make your money and more than enough money by doing the thing that you are have trained for, have gone to school for, got your certification in? Okay, I don't know what that is, but that's what they're showing me. They want you to write that down. They want you to manifest that. They go again. So you have manifested things in the past. Sometimes when it doesn't come, like, I'm a big manifester. That sounds perverted. I'm a big manifester. Look at my wall. Okay. And I don't always read them. I just read them today before I sat down to do the reading. But I should be reading them more because it puts me in a certain, like it makes me believe again that, your goals are all the way down there. And then when you read your affirmations, they come up closer. All right. So you have to start writing your affirmations down, whether it's an index card, whether it's your journal, and then actually reading them. Read them in the morning, read them at night, whatever it is. Okay. Yeah. So there's definitely shifts coming about, partnerships and shifts in terms of your career, in terms of your jobs and business opportunities. I see somebody like wants to take you under their wing. They they kind of already do give you compliments, but I feel like this meaning money. I feel like they're not offering you the money that you need to see. And you're like, if only, so this is your affirmation. I am so happy and grateful now that I'm working at the job or the career that I love and I am making more than enough money at the career. Okay? It doesn't have to be my words, it has to be your words. But you acting as if I have more than enough money to pay my bills. I have my paycheck is more than enough to, put in the bank, pay my bills, have money left over, and also have savings. Okay? Then also be specific on that job. What job? I don't know what your job is. So what do you want to do in your job that would make you happy? Like if I was, going back to teaching, I would say, I'm so happy and grateful. I have my favorite classroom. I have the kids that, the kids are always the best, whoever they are. Even if it's a tough class, it's for a reason. But I have administration that are backing me up and, very complimentary to me. I have a principal that is really loving and empathetic and compliments me every day and is friendly and, caring and creative, because when you work with a creative person, they understand you better. So, and they might even have, ADD like you do. So nobody understands an ADD person or a creative person like another creative person. You can appreciate. So you have to write down exactly what you expect and what you want. Like if you want to be making 80,000 a year or 75,000 a year, whatever it is, okay? You have to do it. I'm just like in shock because I got my Social Security paperwork and I found a big problem with my little part-time job as a teacher, as a sub. In 2020, I made more money for that year, and the schools were closed down for half the year. But I made more money. When I say more money, I mean like $5,000, 5,000 for the whole year than I made in, like, say, 2024. In 2024, I made $2,000. And then there was some years I made zero. So there's something wrong that they're doing in the ISD. So that's for another day. So in other words, what you have to do is you have to make sure that you're clear in your mind and on your paper. And when you're visualizing, when you're thinking about your job, don't let the bad things come in. Oh, what about this? What about that? But with more hours, if you're working harder, you're working longer hours, that's going to take you away from your relationship. Okay, that's going to take you away from your daughter. That's going to take you away from your home. So you always have to have that in your head too. When you're working and you have a family, you have to remember, yeah, I could be all ambitious and do all this and money, 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 but what is the price of that? The price emotionally and spiritually, am I going to have enough time to even think? So put that in the affirmation. I am doing the hours that I want to do. I am only I'm allowed to, create my own hours. I'm allowed to work from home, or I'm allowed to go in if I feel like going in. Um, Anything I touch, you know, turns to gold. Whatever it is, like even cliches are good. But the whole thing is visualizing that your check is good but you're able to I have more than enough time to spend at home. I have more than enough time to cook for my husband and my daughter. Like whatever it is, I have more than enough time to spend with my daughter and with if you have animals, you have to make sure that you put that in, because that's real life. I have more than enough time to relax. Like, you don't want to be working 7 days a week. You don't want to have to bring home work. If you're staying home, do you tend to work more when you're staying home? You know what I mean? Like when you have your own business, you have to put a cap on it as well. Like sometimes I used to be in here doing my art, doing readings, and then not doing anything with my family, you know, and that takes a toll. Okay, 1 second, let me get something. My back gets itchy, and that means spirits coming in. Okay, so review your past. Hi, Scout. Nice to see you. I know I haven't been here in a while, right? I haven't been doing lives. I'm going to get back to it. Hi, Eleanor. Hi, Clip Cut. Clip Cut, it's not too late. I'm doing a reading, though, for somebody, a paid reading. And if anybody's interested in my paid readings, they're $60, usually a half hour, but I'm going longer because for this particular client, her name is Kath, and she has been my client since 2019, I believe. And she comes usually once a year, maybe sometimes twice a year. And she's a very, very good client of mine, and good person. And I know her daughter when her daughter was like, I think 2 or 3, and now she's probably 6 or 8. Okay, I'm not good with numbers. Okay. Anyhow, daughter is gorgeous. Okay, so shifts in partnerships. Um, there's some partnerships, like I told you, at work that want to kind of take you under their wing, or maybe you're taking them under your wing. No, no, it's the opposite. But you're a little bit leery of it, and I understand that. So what you do is you ask God and ask your guides, please, dear God, please, guides, guardian angels, guide me to whoever in my business is safe and will help me to remain abundant, who will treasure my gifts and talents, and help support me, and who is with me and not against me. It doesn't matter the words, it matters what you put into it. Whatever you're thinking of. Like, if you wanted a friend, right? You wouldn't just say, please put me in front of a whole bunch of people, dear God, that are really rich. No. You would say, please put me in front of people, dear God, that will treat me with love and respect, and who want my friendship, and who admire my gifts and talents, and who want to be with me truly from their heart. Okay? So that's what you're getting organized. Right. She needs to get organized in your mindset, meeting your heart. Okay? What you put in it isn't always what you get out of it. So understand that, because life isn't fair. What you put into your career, that's why we always have to remember, don't ignore your family, don't ignore your friends, because make time for them. All right? Because I know it's hard when everybody has bills to pay, and kids and stuff like that. But we have to put people who we love, we have to put them on the schedule, just like you would put a client on the schedule. We have to give them priority. We have to make the date nights. We have to make the time. Okay, 1 second, guys, because my thing just went off. I don't know why. Sometimes it goes off and I need it. Anyhow. Thank you, Scout. We're hanging in there. Now Devin, I got back from New York for my sister's memorial, and then Devin got a cold, and then he gave me the cold, so hanging in there though. I'll get my momentum up. I have to get my momentum up again. I hope you're doing well upstate New York. Should be beautiful in the summer. Summer's coming. Summer flowers and nicer weather. Okay, so review your past and ambition, your past career ambition, and say to yourself, Kath, is this what I want still? And if it's not what you want still, and you see something else happening, write down what you like, what you see. Okay? Well, I really like that other person, how they had this position. I never thought about it before. I don't know if I have the credentials, but just write it down and just visualize yourself. See if you would be feel differently in a different position. Yeah, because I get like a couple of opportunities and you saying, no, I'm not going to change because I worked so hard to get here. But God is trying to gift you. They just said gift you a different thing that's easier. In the long run, it'll be easier, but you might be in charge of people and you might not like that at first because you might say, well, I don't want to be somebody's boss because I'm not comfortable with that. I'm just using that as an example. It's not necessarily all there in my eyes. But it's something that you might at first say, oh, I wouldn't be comfortable doing that. Just sit with it. Ask your guides. Ask God. Ask your guides. Guardian angels, what should I do? What would be the best? Show me a sign. What would be the best position for me? That I would be happiest, that I would have enough money, more than enough money, and also have enough time for my family, because that's important. Especially, you're pretty newly married, right? Yeah, so you're with the Aries, so it's your fire sign and he's a fire sign. Fire and fire. So you might be headstrong at different points. Like you might not agree on certain things, but that's okay. That's every relationship. The fact is to talk things out. Okay. Yeah, I was just wondering if I needed to move off this page, and I do. And I have another page. I'm sorry this is taking me a long time, but this is my process. I always read my notes first, then I go into the cards. And hopefully, as I do that, I'll answer your questions. Okay. Okay. Let me move this candle because it's burning. That smells nice. Okay, so just generally, notes that I took yesterday is January, the new opportunity. I discussed that. Um, Leadership roles for like putting you in a higher position, and you might not have been ready for it, but now you're getting ready. You're thinking, well, you know what? If that brings me to a better position, um, they just told me less leg work. If you're in that kind of position, you have more power. Um, I'm sure more money. Um, so entertain it. Leadership roles, stay focused. Avoid impulsive spending. Yes, definitely. Um, yeah. Are you pushing yourself too much, do you think? Like, do you have enough time for like vacation or even staycation or just like a relaxation time? That like even going for a massage or going for like yoga or getting your hair done, getting your nails done. Those things are important because it helps your energy. It helps you to reboot. Oh my gosh, my phone is gonna go dead. I hope not. I gotta plug this in somehow. Okay. Yeah, so, oh my gosh. Never start your reading when it's only at 40%. Hi, Ellie. Okay, so then I have this is a 6 year for you, year 6. So 6 has everything to do with like pastel colors and love and get out more, get by water, boating. Um, if you can't get out by water, take more baths, showers. Just try to get near water. It's very important. That's why I said the trip, taking a family trip or vacation is going to be important because you need to rest from all the work. Um, Rest and reassess. Really, from January through March was like rest and reassess, really thinking about like where am I supposed to go. And then April, May, and June, I think there was more of a professional environment going on or professional thoughts. But there's like people that want to collab with you or that you're thinking of collabing with. Um, would help you in terms of the practical and the hard work that you do. Um, but like if you feel like somebody's not trustworthy, I understand like you not wanting to collab with them. But there's somebody that's approaching you and you're like, I don't feel like they're approaching me for the right reasons and I'm married. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Like you feel like they're not approaching you professionally. Um, and just be straight up with them. Sagittarius could tell people off in a nice way. Um, but I do see you collabing with somebody that is very similar to you. And I don't know if they're male or female, but they are very similar. That they are have a good work ethic. They want to, work to make more money. They are want to be creative as well, and they want to give you credit as well that you deserve. Okay. Okay. I have to figure out how I can plug this in. Okay, so I did marketing. Yeah, I'm gonna shuffle on the marketing, but let me see if I can get a plug for my phone so that this doesn't die. Hold on. Do I have a plug back here? Do I? No, I don't. Hi. Hi. I don't know if this will work. This work? This is my old plug. That fits. But does it fit across? Might not. Whoa. I just have to stand up. I don't know if I could fit myself in there. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to think how I can fit in there and sit down. Okay. There we go. Is that better? Ooh. Okay. It's plugged in, but I hope it's working. Let me see. Yeah, it's at 14%, so okay. Sorry about all that. Okay. Now, oh, I have another paper? Okay. I did do some work yesterday. Okay. I didn't realize I had this paper was stuck to the other papers. All right. So bold, all right, March through May, bold career moves. Okay, so that already happened, or you might think that you're done with the bold career moves, but there might be 2 more left. Career moves, seek opportunities to expand your skill set. Manifest the ideal career. I talked about that at length, so you might have to go right back to the beginning. Okay. Please, if you're stopping by and then leaving, please give me a thumbs up, because I only have 7 thumbs up and I've been here for 57 minutes. Okay. Yeah. So there's that. Please give me a thumbs up on the way out, even if you don't want to stay. I understand it's somebody else's reading, but sometimes we can learn from other people's readings and we can improve. Yeah, so manifest your ideal career. It's going to take more writing down your thoughts, more visualizing it exactly how you want it. Okay. Right now, I'm getting that you're working too hard. You're working long and hard, and you need to be working smarter, not harder. Okay. Collaboration has to come into the. So with collaboration, you have to let go of the reins a little bit, but you're gonna like that because you have a destiny number of 4. So that means that you're good in not just as one. You're good in a group of 4. Okay, 4 people. That's like 4 people in the family. 4 people, in business. Anyhow, collaboration is definitely the key too. Shifts the shifts are coming. Okay, you already saw some of them and you might have rejected them. Okay, shifts, opportunities are also coming. Action, ambition, and relocate. So I'm going to shuffle on the relocate thing because I did talk about it at the beginning of this video. Don't always just count it out unless you really are 1,000,000% happy where you are. Okay. Like for some reason, I think you're in trees. Like I see a lot of trees around you, but I need you to get around water. Okay. Even though you're a fire sign, the trees are okay, but sometimes even just having a trip to go on that you're around water once a year, twice a year would be good, would suffice. Or relocate. Okay. Anyhow, you think about it. Freelance. Yeah, the freelance word came up when I started to meditate. So I know that you do freelance, side jobs, side gigs, but that's more. It's more is coming. Invest in education. Education will never do you wrong. Um, it does take time, as you know. Uh, think about it, because there's something you were interested in, maybe like from 2020 to maybe 2023, 2024, but you're not really interested in it anymore. And you're like, what the heck? What am I supposed to do now? But that's okay, because your guides are there, and your guides are always watching over you. When I say your guides, I mean like your guardian angels and the people who are in heaven that watch over you. And they always are trying to steer you into whatever your heart's passion is. Okay. Now nobody is in here. It says 0 people. Taurus girl, are you still here? Scout, are you still here? Hi, Rain Cloud. Nice to see you. Oh, thank you, Scout. I didn't see this till now. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I mean, I have to remind myself how to talk to the guides. They will listen. You just need to start talking to them, and talk to them every day, and talk to them in your car, and talk to them in a jar. Talk to them here and there. Talk to them everywhere. Okay, if you know, you know. I love Dr. Seuss. Okay, so yeah, invest in education, but there's something that you're not really interested in, and you can't visualize yourself doing it like for the rest of your life, and that is okay, because your guides and God will get you to where you need to be. You say, please God, put me with the right person, put me with my soulmate. And he gave you 2 people or 3 people that were interested in you a few years back when I first started reading you. And then you said, please, dear God, put me with the person. Let me know who's the person I'm supposed to stay with. Who's the person I'm supposed to marry? Because I think you're getting offers from several people, because you're very beautiful. And after a while, it becomes apparent where you should be, who you should be with, okay? What you need in your life. So July through September, you're going to have more clarity. Clarity for what? Clarity for definitely career, and also clarity in relationships, clarity in marriage, clarity in motherhood, okay? That just popped into my head. There's questions that you have that you haven't even asked, that you haven't even thought of. Um, and sometimes I could feel like that's an overwhelming energy, because I get that way too. And I'm like, why am I upset? Like, I don't even know why I'm upset. I know I have to do A through Z, and I don't know how I'm going to get that done, but there's something else that's upsetting me, and why. So it's like a lot of creative people have that, and I'm picking up your creative side too. But then you also have a practical side where you like doing such and such, from like, I don't even know what your job is, to tell you the truth. I don't know what, I don't need to know, but I know something about marketing. But they just tell me. They just tell me what you need to know. And they don't want you worrying so much. They say the fear and the worry will take you away from where you're supposed to go. So more manifesting again, even if you feel like it's not working. Everyone feels that way. I felt that way too, because I was like, I haven't sold a painting and I don't know how long. Okay, and then I was like, oh no, I just sold one. I think it was May, because I was going through my PayPal. Okay, but anyhow, um, you know, and then I was like, But have I sat in my room doing my affirmations as of late? And no, the answer was no, because I had to go to New York and I had to go blah, 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 and life happens and scaries and things ending and, illnesses and hospitals and whatever. So we have to get back to it. We have to get back to that time where we just sit and do nothing, light your freaking Palo Santo, you light your candles, and you say a prayer, please God help me. I don't even know where I should begin. And they will help you. God will help you with that. And the divine team that watches over you will help you with that too. Everybody will get that help. But I'm doing Kathy right now, and KHW. So from July through September, clarity. You will get the clarity that you're looking for. Write those questions down in your journal or on a piece of paper, right? You look at the questions. Should I go with a different company? Should I do a different job totally? No, should you do an entire different job? Like, I'm just saying, metaphorically speaking, like, you're going to have these questions. You might have these questions. So it's just to be meditated upon, and ask your guides and your grandmother. Your grandmother is in heaven watching over you every step of the way. And she likes when you do laundry. I don't know why. And more cooking. She wants more cooking. That's what I just heard. More cooking, please. Okay? She wants you to cook. I don't know if there was a certain meal that you would cook or she taught you how to cook, but she wants you to do it. Yeah, embrace change. You're not as scared of change as Virgos are, but everybody's afraid of change because you're like, all right, it took me so many steps to get here. Now I got the house, I got the job, the career, my husband, my soulmate, and my daughter. But there's a puzzle piece missing. But I don't want to move. I don't want to move this. I don't want to change that. And that's okay. Just sit with it. What is for my highest good? That's what we tell our angels. Please show me what would be for my highest good, creatively, monetarily, money-wise, relationship-wise, because if you have a 75-hour job, that's not going to be good for your family. That's not going to be good for your body. That's not going to be good for your mind. That's not going to be good for your kids. That's not going to be good for your hubby. And you're a newlywed. So that's what we have to wonder about. And I think that's why they want to take you from 5 things that you're doing to 3. And they just said, and you could easily make it 2, but you have some kind of weird, I forget the word of it, but where you DUI, not DUI, not drunk driving thing, do it yourself thing that makes you money, and they like that. That's fine because it's creative. Okay. Yeah, embrace chance. Thoughtful planning. Yeah, everything that you need to do and that you want to do, it's going to involve thoughtful planning. Just like you planned your wedding. It takes organization and planning. So they just want you to do that more. Use your creativity. Be careful with spending. Again, 2 times spending. So just be careful with the spending. Use your creativity. Freelance career opportunity, invest in education, restlessness, and impulsiveness. Yeah. So they want you to collaborate and have collaboration, and it'll take some pressure off of you. But they also want you to be careful who you collab with, who you give your energy to. Because one person will you know, build you up and be so happy and grateful for you, to work with you, and give you the credit and the admiration and the respect. And another person will steal your ideas and say it was their own. I think you know who I'm talking about. I don't know who I'm talking about, but I think they just said to me, she knows who you're talking about already. Okay. Also, I want to invite Archangel Michael, because he's the protector over toxic energy, over negative energy, and brings the light into the darkness. So please, Archangel Michael, please come and stay with us on this reading. Dear God, always have Archangel Michael with us. Of course, you are with us at all times. Thank you. In Jesus' name. Okay. Amen. All right. The only reason why I'm using my past life cards is because I brought these past life cards to New York. And I brought 2 other decks too. And I did not have a chance to use them. I didn't even think about using them. I just looked at them. So there must be, and then I got your reading after I got home from New York, a couple days later. So I'm thinking I need to do them for you. So these, let's see, and they're really beautiful cards. So for KHW, what messages from her past life will help us with this life? Look how beautiful. And they're all different. Okay. Thank you, angels. I'm open and receptive to receiving information for KHW. 1 11/22 1987. Thank you. So this card kept popping out, and it says angels. All right, and that's the first card that popped out. And let me just see what that's about. I got my glasses on my head, and I didn't even know they were up there. Okay, I never used these cards before. 14. Okay, you drew this card. Where is she? They're pretty. You drew this card as a sign from your guardian angels. Oh my gosh, I was just talking about your guardian angels. Okay. As a sign from your guardian angels, you have been with you throughout your soul's history. Okay? In between each lifetime, your angels work with you to review the lessons that you have just learned. They also help you to prepare and plan for your next lifetime. They may have functioned as an angel during your time in heaven. Oh, that's beautiful. You helped guide and heal your loved ones, just like your angels. You, Kathy H.W., have helped guide and heal your loved ones, just like your angels do for you. As a result, you hold a deep love for guardian angels. This is so beautiful. I'm going to start using this all the time. Your guardian angels know the details of every lifetime. They can help you gently recall significant memories that will allow you to heal in your present life. Everything you went through, everything you went through, like in the last 15 years, is for a reason to make you the person you are today. Okay, call upon your angels as you are falling asleep to reveal relevant memories while you're sleeping. When you wake up, you may recall all of the details of your dream. You may not recall all of the details of your dream. However, once you're prepared to consciously remember your past, the material will be given to you. You'll only remember what you're emotionally able to handle. In addition, Archangel Michael, the angel of courage, strength, and protection, Raphael, the angel of physical and emotional healing, Raziel, the angel of God's secrets and mysteries, will help anyone who calls upon them. So they're specifically saying, and we had a conversation about this, right? The other day when we were texting, Archangel Michael is so important for you to call him. First, you tell God, please, dear God, thank you for protecting me. And please, dear God, send Archangel Michael down to protect me in person. Okay? You have to say that. Ask God for permission. And then you could say, Archangel Michael, please protect me and my home, and the trees, my vehicle, in the garage, wherever, my workspace. Okay? And Archangel Michael has to come. You don't see him with your eye, because that would be scary. Okay? You don't want to see him with the eye, but there's a feeling. Okay? Archangel Raphael, the healer of addictions and of physical, medical, and mental. Archangel Raziel is the healer, the angel of secrets, God's secrets and mysteries, will help anyone who calls upon them. The archangels, they're unlimited and non-denominational, and they could be with everyone simultaneously, offering their unconditional loving power. I also got farm for your past life. Okay? I don't know these cards because I told you I had them for a long time and never used them. When I went to go to New York, something told me take those. Okay? In New York, everything goes fast. Fast, 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 fast. I'm in a hotel, I'm in an Uber, I'm with this family member, I'm with my daughter, I'm with my family, I'm with my sisters, I'm with my cousins, I'm with my friends that I haven't seen in a couple of years. So it was a lot of stuff, and it was fast, and it was only a week, and it felt like it was a month for some reason. And I usually go for a longer time, but it was, I don't know. There was a couple of people I didn't get to see, and I'm sorry, so sorry about that, but maybe next time. Okay, anyhow, farm. But I really think I brought these because you had this reading. Farm is 32. I'm probably not going to read the whole thing of it because this is going an hour and 19 minutes. Okay. Wait. Asia? This farm. Atlantis? Sorry. I have to look it up again. Of course, it's a little tiny, tiny book with tiny, tiny words. Even with these glasses, it's hard. 32. Farm. Your past life on a farm, Kath, is influencing the situation that you're inquiring about. Perhaps you enjoyed a simple, happy life and you crave that simplicity once more. You may have enjoyed the warmth of an extended family during your farm life. Did you ever feel like you resonated with the farm? Your angels might be nudging you to become more self-sustaining by growing your own food. as you did in a prior life. You most likely carried forward your green thumb ability to grow plants as well. Also, this card may be asking you to reconnect with animals and nature and a part of your, which were a part of your last past lifetime on a farm. The way you'll know is if your body will tell you which situation fits. So notice if you have any goosebumps, chills, or other physical reactions as you as I told you about the farm. Okay. So it may resonate, may not resonate. You let me know. And the last one was spirituality and religion. Okay. Let me see that one. Spirituality and religion. It's 82. This is really small. Okay, spirituality and religion. Everyone's soul enjoys varied experiences and opportunities. So it's common for us to explore a number of different religions and spiritual paths as we travel through lifetimes. While spiritual growth and knowledge accumulate during all lifetimes, the specific spiritual or religious path differs each one. Perhaps the religion you were raised with doesn't coincide with your true beliefs. This acknowledgement may be trigger guilt or fear or shame unless you're aware of the bigger picture. Your spiritual knowledge is housed within your soul. And you are an eternal being who is forever connected to the divine infinite wisdom. This card asks you to explore alternative spiritual and religious paths. There you will find the inner peace and answers you seek. Okay, that's nice. That's nice. Okay, now I'm going to get into the regular cards and just let you know what cards need to come out for K, Kathy, H. Okay. I prefer to shuffle and then just tell you because I use a couple different decks. So far we used one, this is two, this is the third. What does KHW need to know moving forward in her career? I just heard establishing holidays. I don't know what that means. Establishing holidays? She needs to establish holidays. Okay. And the vacation is very important, especially near water. Okay. Okay. At that point, my fingers just went numb. Okay, so uh, these are like angel cards, and I got focus on service. Your soul desires only to joyfully serve and to swim in a constant stream of bliss. This stream is continuously feeds your everything you need. Put your entire focus upon staying in this stream of giving and receiving in every situation and all that you do. So that feeds your soul. When you give and you serve, it comes back to you. And look at that, beautiful. I feel like you were focusing on service before, and then you kind of had a transfer in your job or transfer in what you were doing. Yeah, there's some kind of like puzzle, like you kind of got away from that because you're more into maybe the monetary, or maybe the money was better in this other area. But the angels are saying focus more on service. That will bring you more happiness. And then we have opportunity to forgive. The angels want you to take the opportunity to forgive. This situation brings you the opportunity to heal, grow, and release negative patterns. Hold the intention of seeing the other person's inner divine light and goodness. We will help you release unforgiving thoughts, feelings, and energies, and lift you to a higher place of peace and compassion. And sometimes we need to forgive ourselves for shame and guilt that we carry from one relationship to another relationship. We have to leave it. And sometimes it's forgiving our family, our friends, our past relationships. They didn't work out, but you are now with your soulmate. So if you stayed with that other person, you might not have ever been with your soulmate who you're with now. Yes, so definitely have the forgiveness, and also give the forgiveness to yourself. Okay. To take those off because they were starting to get me dizzy. Okay. So I picked out 4 cards from the Kipper deck. And that's just like an old Victorian deck that is like tarot, but not. Okay. So what I got first is a lot of male energy, but then I also did get one main female. So I got this man here, and he is a wealthy man. He could represent either your husband or your somebody you deal with, maybe your boss or your husband, or maybe a family member that's wealthy. Okay. Then I get this person, and this is the official person. And I'm so sorry, but I don't usually use the Kipper that much, and I don't recognize that card, so I'm going to look it up. Wealthy man I recognize, but I don't recognize official person, so let me just see. Official person. This is somewhat a challenging card. We meet the official person in the marble foyer in the officers club, where he greets with a fine bearing and a notched saber. The many medals on his imperial campaigns shine, and a bright red cross. Literally, he's any person in a uniform, such as a military man, a police officer, or a fireman. He can stand for a gruff, forceful, or even humorless person. The official person loves ceremony, pomp, hierarchy, regiments, and order. Give a task to the official person, and he will make it so. Thus, next to the non-person cards, it's also can mean happening, whether you like it or not. You may be in a situation where you're not in control. Someone else is giving the orders. When this card isn't actually military officer, he can also be an official, such as a policeman or a judge. So if you're going through anything with the court, okay, this person sometimes comes up. He might be unapproachable, intimidating. If he isn't a friend or relative to the querent, okay? Yeah, I feel like it was kind of when it's next to the wealthy man and it's here. So if you're not dealing with like a boss or maybe an ex, I think it's representing the ex. And then we have the main female. All right, but main female is looking good because see how she has the rose in her hand? Rose meaning love, having love with you. Okay, and also she is wealthy. Okay, and she's kind of like showing that she's kind of in charge of these two. All right, then with that, we got the gift. And that's always, remember that opportunity I talked about earlier? Opportunity is coming. So that is not bad. Where are the rest of the cards? Oh, put them to the side. Sorry. Okay. Spirits and guides, could you give us 2 more for the future? Let's just say for the summer leading into September for Kathy H.W. Please and thank you. Those 2 fell out, but I'm going to put them back in. I'm not sure if they were supposed to come out. I'm just shocked. Spirit guides come out. 2 more cards for KHW for the next few months. Thank you. I just saw something with a pink bedspread. I don't know if it's for your daughter or you, or maybe to throw on the couch, but something with a pink bedspread. Maybe it got ruined. You need to buy a new one or sew that one. Something with a pink bedspread seems to be important. Okay. Okay, so I got pathway. And I got house. Okay. And I'm just going to, I usually don't read so much. I don't usually read from the books so much, but I'm going to because I don't do these often enough. And I want to let you know what's coming. Okay. So for the house card, it's significant. The significator has arrived at the fine wrought iron gates of an impressive 5-story Queen Anne mansion, which blazes with gas lights. Its waning moon, eclipse of the sun. Are we coming to dinner or a ball? The scene is ripe with potential and suspense. Literally, of course, the house is a home, property, real estate, land, dealings, buildings. Abstractly, it represents safety, family, coziness, security. It is the things that you hold to you. From this arises the idea of long-term investments, resources, and energy. This card shows your family, neighborhood, house, home, buildings, or real estate in general. It also stands for stability. This might be a secure, safe job or a job with real estate The house can also indicate solid, strong, steady relationship. This could also be the actual house or apartment home, the security or real estate. This is a lucky card when near the significator, but the center of the spread, the people surrounded could, okay. The timing is approximately 6 months. Okay, so there might be a situation with your house or a new house. Let me just see what the pathway means, because that was next to it. And also a gift coming. So having a gift come might be an inheritance, or it might just be something unexpected from your family. Some kind of money unexpected, or from your husband's family. Okay? Okay. Pathway. The significator arrives on a long rocky forest path. It winds uphill. The trees seem cool, blah, 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 blah. Literally, it's all paths, roads, walkways, tracks, and trails. From this, it derives a sense of long races, marathons, or trailathons. This leads to the timing hint of 1 or 2 years. Okay, yeah, so something happening in 6 months with the house, within 6 months, and with the pathway is 1 to 2 years. Okay. There's a light at the end of the tunnel now. Pathway may announce the overcoming of distance, both temporarily and spatially. If you don't try to force the matter, you'll experience continuous development. This card is concerned of the slow growth of a partnership or long-term career planning. Pathway is also a symbol of all roads, streets and ways, forest and nature. This card means a long road ahead. It is sometimes referred to as 2 years of patience. I like that. Means a lot needs to be done, or something that will take a long time. 2 years isn't that long though. 2027. I just saw 2027. Okay. It can also stand for great physical distance. Behind the significator, I can't say that word. It means a long time ago. It can mean a long time or a couple of years in front of the okay. All right. So, I gotta stand up. I gotta cramp. I just realized I've been here. I've been doing this a long time. And I gotta stand up. So, let me take you out. I don't even know. I haven't even checked the chat. Is anybody still in here? Scout, are you here? Holly. Hi, Holly. Nice to see you. How are the kids? Hi, Frederick. Hi, Jessica. Thank you, Taurus. Taurus Girl Reads. Anybody who wants to check out her channel, she's both on TikTok and YouTube. A Taurus Girl Reads. She does readings. She works for the missing. She works for my Empire Empath Club. Okay, I'm gonna do a closing angel card. But I have to walk over here because my legs literally fell asleep, so that wasn't fun. So let me just put you down for a second. And actually, I want to do another Palo Santo stick. Okay, can I have a last card? I have a last card for KHW. Sagittarius, Saggy Waggy. Yeah, I just heard you're going to have a lot of changes. You thought you would be more settled by 37, but you're actually going to be more settled by 38. Okay? And although you're going to go through some more changes in terms of maybe house, but maybe definitely job or just position, don't worry. Sorry about the chins in advance. Okay. Sorry, certainly sorry about those chins. Sorry, I'm just getting that. I know I say sorry a lot. Sorry for saying sorry. Oh, those are beautiful. This one doesn't want a light. Okay. Yes, we definitely need to forgive ourselves, especially. Life is spinning. Sometimes it feels that way. It goes very fast, especially when you get older. Like, I always feel like it's Saturday. Okay. So the last couple of cards that I got, I don't want to pick it up, but I hate showing my chin. My chin's plural. Okay, look at life from a higher perspective. Getting wisdom is the wisest thing you could do. The other night I was having a panic attack. Nothing worked. So I took, because I'm still grieving my sister, and I guess I'm gonna grieve her for the rest of my life. Just like I grieved my nephews, Patrick and Sean, and I grieved my mother and father. You know, it's a process. But anyhow, I had a panic attack, and it's always around nighttime, and I watched the wrong show. It was a really scary show. I was trying to explain it to Devin. Anyhow, I lit some Palo Santo because I lit a candle. It didn't work. I don't like to light the Palo Santo because Devin says he wakes up choking, and he has a heart problem, and I don't want to do that. But as soon as I did it, it helped. It really did. Okay, embrace your adventure in your life. Embrace adventure in your life. Jesus said, "For the kingdom of heaven belongs to those who are like children." Oh, I love that, Jesus. I love that. I don't know why I have a sweater on. Okay. Jesus said, "For the kingdom of heaven belongs to those who are like these children." Embrace adventure in your life like children do. I try to do that in my art. And when I dance like an idiot on TikTok, I feel fun. I feel like I'm embracing. I make a fool of myself. I put myself out there. But this is for you. KHW. Look at life from a higher perspective. And embrace adventure. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate it, but it has been 1 hour and 44 minutes, and I got a lot of other stuff to do. So I hope this video gets to you. Kathy, I hope it gets to you, and I'm so sorry that it's late, but it's better that I don't do a video when I have the migraine, because I have had migraines that lasted when I used to do readings like every night, or every day, and I was working on cases. Sometimes I would have a migraine that would last like 3 days. Take Excedrin, it would help for maybe a half hour. Take a muscle relaxer. Sometimes it wouldn't even help at all. I took a muscle relaxer last night, didn't help. Went into a further migraine. Anyhow, thank you for being patient. Thank you for being here, everybody else. Jessica, thank you for joining. Go check out my videos. I have like 1,000. Eleanor, I love you, Eleanor. You always give me beautiful butterflies, and I hope you're okay. Scout, Taurus Girl, thank you for being my moderator. Thank you for always being here. And Scout, have a beautiful day. Everybody have a beautiful day. Namaste. Till next time. I'm going to start walking, guys, and I'm going back to the gym. Believe it. Love you.